is when I try to find someone, like I'll go on a dating app, and the problem is I'm moving around, and it's hard to connect when you're moving around.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a Filipina, right?
I would be open to it, yes.
So what are the characteristics of Filipina you're looking for?
What characteristics? Someone that's simple, humble, healthy.
So what age gap are you looking?
I'm pretty open, actually, honestly. As long as it's not like weird. As long as they don't feel weird and I don't feel weird.
Well, this is the place where you could do that. You know that there's 50 years between.
I know. I'm amazed. I you know what? I tell my coworkers that you're my hero. And then I joke that my second wife hasn't been born yet. But no, I'm open. I'm not saying that they have to be young. I'm not young.
Because we're not people. A lot of people write to us, especially women, saying, "I'm looking for my forever. Can I find?" And we have to say we're not a dating. We can't. But they automatically think that because I'm a foreigner, I have loads of foreigner friends.
Well, you would think.
But we don't, because the foreigners that come here that we meet are usually married or engaged or have a girlfriend.
Well, I talked to a couple of girls before I came here, and they wanted to meet me at the airport, and I didn't want to do that because I don't want to be locked in.
Wise.
Like you said, explore the area, find out where you like.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be like. All right, the southern.
It would be a conflict of loyalties as soon as you met. How could you offend them by saying, "Well, I want to look around and."
Yeah.
I think you are right.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. The Western world has a different view of dating than the Eastern world. Like I'm not rushing on anything.
No.
And I think Eastern thought process is, you find someone, you rush into it. It seems like, I don't know, I'm not Filipino, but it seems like a quicker process in the Philippines.
It is, I believe that it is, because whenever it's America that created the 10-minute dating, remember? And there'd be a load of tables with a load of people, and 5 minutes or 10 minutes, the bell went off and you all changed around, So
we like efficiency in America.
That's right. So they started it on that, but here you usually have the prerequisite for talking seriously about what you want. You have a man that's looking for a partner and a woman that is looking for a partner too. So when you talk, it's a completely different dynamic.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because now, even with the 10-minute dating, I read one comment on the 10-minute dating. The guy said, I just say one word, Tesla. If they don't know that...
That's funny, yeah.
In other words, they're not their intellectual level, but their level of understanding of the world in some ways. In some ways.
Well, it's hard because, what am I looking for? What do I want? In my mind, my fantasy is that I have a do-over because I had a horrible experience. I married too young. I wasn't a good father. I wasn't a good husband.
Right.
I completely fucked it up.
Yes. Yeah, right.
And so in my mind, I fantasize about, doing it again, but doing it right.
Yes.
And so that's like the fantasy. But then the other part of me is like, I don't want to be responsible for another human being. I'm currently responsible for my daughter for another 3 years. That means that I'm limited on my choices because of that.
Yes.
Do I want to get myself into that again?
Yeah.
Those are the challenges, and I believe in being honest.
Is your ex-wife a Filipina?
No.
Okay.
No, she's very Western.
Oh yeah.
See, the only glitch in that is that it's built entirely on logic.
I live my life based on logic.
Right. Well.
And I know that that's not the case here.
Yeah. See, that's what you'll suddenly think that you're standing on solid ground, and you'll be on shifting sands because you'll meet someone, and we've had it. We've had someone sitting almost in that chair saying, I'm single and I'm happily so, talking to the camera. That was our friend Tracy.
Yeah.
He was absolutely adamant, and he stayed with us for quite a long time. He stayed in our guest house when we had that setup.
Right.
And he was adamant, and he was completely happy. Had a wonderful setup in Australia.
Yeah.
He went there, and he lived in an ideal traveling setup. He traveled everywhere, completely independent.
Nice.
And then he went. I mean, I'm not saying anything that he hasn't already said here, but he went to Cebu, or I think it was Dumaguete. He went to Dumaguete, and I think out of boredom, he was looking through the singles, and he saw this lovely lady, and the phone number, and he said, would you just like to come out to dinner? No, I don't expect anything. Just could we just have dinner?
Right.
And that was it. He went out to dinner, and then said, could we go out to dinner again? and so it goes, and he's very happy with her.
Yeah. Did he get married?
I'm not.
Or is he thinking about getting married?
Is Tracy
I think
married?
so. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a house there. I think so, because they travel back and forth, I think,
Yeah.
to Australia, don't
Australia,
they?
yeah.
So I think that they would have to be married,
Yeah.
But see, and he was every bit as adamant as you, and didn't even have the ties that you have.
Yeah.
And that's not the only one. There was someone else, wasn't there? Said
Yeah.
absolutely certain. No, not looking at all. That is why I say, don't look in the person. Don't even look. Right? Don't even look at any personals at all until you've decided that you would like to live here.
Right. Yeah.
As soon as you like to live here, you can, and you're sure,
Yeah.
then you can put an ad in, and you will have 3 or 4 or 500 people will respond to that ad.
Yeah. But the problem is I'm like in flux. Like I don't have enough money to retire now, so I'd have to work part of the time at least.